A struggling woman helps an elderly man, discovers he's a millionaire with a life-changing gift for her. The rain came down in relentless sheets as Emily Parker tugged her thin coat tighter around her shoulders. The December wind bit at her fingers, but she couldn't afford a pair of gloves right now. Not when every dollar she made went toward keeping the lights on and ensuring her 7-year-old son, Tommy, had food on the table. She had just finished her evening shift at the diner, another exhausting day of forced smiles and aching feet, but there was still no guarantee that tomorrow's rent would be covered. As she hurried toward the bus stop, she noticed an elderly man struggling to push a grocery cart filled with tattered blankets and plastic bags. He was hunched over, his frail body trembling in the cold. Most people passed him by without a glance. Some even crossed the street, pretending not to see. But Emily stopped. "Sir, are you okay?" she asked, stepping closer. The man lifted his head, revealing eyes a deep, weary blue. "Jay just need to get to the shelter," he said, his breath visible in the frigid air. "But my legs, they aren't what they used to be." Emily didn't hesitate. She looped her arm around his and said, "Come on, I'll walk with you." For the next few blocks, she helped the man, who introduced himself as Walter, steady himself with each step. She listened as he spoke about his late wife, the business he had once owned, and how life had taken an unexpected turn after losing everything. When they arrived at the shelter, Emily made sure he was safely inside before she left, ignoring the fact that she had missed her bus. The long walk home didn't matter. She just hoped Walter would be okay. The next evening, as she wiped down the diner's counter, the bell above the door jingled. Emily glanced up and froze. Walter stood there, but he looked different. He was clean-shaven, dressed in a sharp navy coat. He carried himself with a quiet dignity that hadn't been apparent the night before. "Miss Parker," he said warmly, stepping forward. "I owe you a proper thank you." Emily blinked. You're okay." "I am, thanks to you." He slid into a stool, his eyes twinkling with something unreadable. "And I must confess, I wasn't entirely honest with you." Emily's stomach tightened. Had she been tricked? "I wasn't homeless," Walter continued. "I was, searching. Testing, in a way." She frowned. "Testing what?" Walter leaned forward, his voice gentle. "The kindness of strangers." He went on to explain that he had once been a successful businessman, but after his wife passed, he found himself questioning everything. He wanted to know if there were still people in the world who cared, not for money or status, but out of genuine goodness. Emily swallowed hard. "I didn't do it for anything in return." "I know," Walter said, smiling. "That's why I'm here." He reached into his coat and pulled out an envelope, placing it on the counter. "Inside is something that will change your life." Emily hesitated before opening it. Her hands shook as she pulled out a check, made out in her name, for $1 million. Tears filled her eyes. I can't take this." "You can," Walter insisted. "And you will. Because people like you deserve to be lifted up. The world needs more Emilys. And maybe, just maybe, this will give you the chance to breathe, to dream again." Emily covered her mouth, overcome with emotion. She thought of Tommy, of the overdue bills, of the constant struggle. For the first time in years, hope didn't feel so far away. As she looked up at Walter, she whispered, "Thank you." He patted her hand. "No, my dear. Thank you." That night, Emily didn't just go home with a check. She went home believing in something she hadn't dared to in a long time, the magic of kindness.